what's up? Welcome back to another video. This Q&A has kind of been a long time coming. I said I was gonna do it like last week and then went to the dentist, thought I was just getting a normal filling. Turns out I need a root canal, so all the work that they did made my mouth really hurt and I like couldn't talk and stuff. So yeah, now I'm getting to this video now. If you're new to my channel, don't know anything about me, my name's Molly. Nice to meet you. I'd love it if you would hit the subscribe button right now, join this little growing community, so that would be awesome. Just waiting for you to click the button. Did you do it? Okay, good. Now we can move on. Okay, so if you don't know anything about me, I own a company called Molly J Swim. I own my own swimwear line, so a lot of the questions, I mean, I guess not a ton, but some of the questions are based around that. So just wanted to preface that in case you don't know anything about me, which you probably don't. So let's just dive right into the questions. So the first question that I'm gonna answer is, what are your goals for your company in 2019? So the goals for Molly J Swim are to really expand this year. I want 2019 to be my big like growing year. I just hired a showroom out in California. So if you don't know what a showroom is, basically they are kind of like, I kind of relate it to modeling because I model as well. So it's kind of like an agency for my brand. So you know how you have like an agent when you're a model and then people get you jobs? The showroom is kind of like the agency in a way that they get your brand into stores. So a big goal I have for 2019 is I really want to get Molly J Swim into Revolve. I think that's my #1 goal for 2019, so we'll see if that happens. I think I'm just gonna answer these in the way I screenshotted them so I don't miss them. So random question, but favorite place to eat on Cape Cod? Anejo. I love Anejo. Anejo on Main Street in Falmouth. Literally so good. Okay, someone asked, if you weren't doing what you're doing, what would you be doing? That was a lot of doings, but I get what you mean. I don't know. I think if I didn't start my own company, I definitely still would be modeling, I think, like full time. I'm still doing that, but obviously I'm putting a lot of my time and effort into the swimwear line. But I don't know. That's such a hard question because like, I don't know, I'm doing what I'm doing. So if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I'd probably want to be doing what I'm doing, if that makes any sense. I'd hope that I wasn't working like a normal job because I don't know, that's always been like in my like mentality or whatever. I was always the type of person where I was like, I'm never gonna work a cubicle job. I don't know, it's not me. There's some people where like that works great for having like the steady paycheck, that kind of life, that's awesome. But for me, I don't know, I don't know, I'm not that kind of person. I feel like I just needed to do something a little bit more like risky and I don't know, intense basically. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with what I'm doing now, and if I wasn't doing it, I'd want to be doing it. Okay, someone asked, what is the manufacturing process for Molly J Swim? And oh, she wishes I am gonna answer a lot of questions. But yeah, so the manufacturing process, basically, so a little background on me, I have no design background. I went to school for business. I went to Bentley University and I majored in sales and marketing. So my degree is in business, but we live in such a digital era that you don't need to know how to do all of like the coding and like the intense like patterns and stuff. You can hire someone to do that for you and just tell them your ideas kind of. So basically from start to finish, I think of an idea in my head that I like. I sketch it to the best of my ability. Not the greatest artist, but I'm able to sketch it out to where it makes somewhat sense. If there's little details that I can't draw, I try to like search online and see if I can find like a little picture that I can screenshot part of it and explain that better to the pattern maker. And then I write out in like an entire document exactly what I mean. Like specific measurements and specific details. And yeah, I basically send that entire document to to the pattern maker. The pattern maker makes the first sample. They send it to me, I get it. It takes like 2 or 3 times, sometimes just 1 revision to get it perfect. So yeah, that's basically start to finish of how I make a specific suit. And then obviously when I'm ready, I tell my manufacturer, okay, I want however many suits in a small, medium, large. And yeah, it usually takes a little, it's around a month for like full production. Sometimes they can do it quicker, sometimes it takes longer depending on holidays and the like busyness of the time of year. But yeah, it kind of varies, but that's like the typical process. So I hope that answers your question or what you're looking for. Someone asked, what type of camera do you film your vlogs with? I'm a new follower. Yay, I'm so happy to have you. I use a Canon G7X Mark II, but it is dying because I've dropped it multiple times. So the little like flip screen camera that I'm looking at right now, it's like literally hanging on by like 1 screw. So we'll see how much longer this lasts me, but so far it's been a great camera. Okay, someone asked, how are you confident posting photos of yourself on social media? Do you ever feel judged? I really liked that question because I think it's something a lot of people, I don't know, sometimes are like afraid to talk about, afraid to ask, and I don't know, I think confidence is such a big important thing. So how are you confident posting pictures of yourself on social media? So basically, in the beginning, I was like one of the last people in my school, friend group, everything to get to get any social media. I remember Facebook was like such a big deal for me to get Facebook. I never had anything before that. All my friends were like peer pressuring me to get it, and I was just like, why do I need this? What is it? I was just very confused. Finally got it. And then when Instagram came around, I was like not for it. I was like, why am I gonna post pictures of myself? Like, this is weird. I don't know, I didn't like it. It was just kind of creeped me out a little bit too. But then everyone got it, so I was like, okay, I can't be like the only person in the world without Instagram. So I got it, gave into the peer pressure, and I got Instagram. But I'm so happy I did because it literally turned into a job for me, which is crazy. But basically, I think the confidence kind of came with like the followers, which is kind of sad to think about, that's what gave me the confidence. But I think in the beginning, honest, if I'm just being like completely honest with you guys, I do think that was something where I was like, okay, people are actually liking what I'm posting, so it gave me more confidence to keep doing it. I think now that I'm much older than I was when I first started Instagram, the confidence has come from like a different place, because in terms of the do you ever feel judged, yes, like definitely 100%. I've literally had people tell me that I'm like, they think I'm conceited or whatever for posting on social media, and that's something I think, because I'm older now, I've just realized that it's like something that someone else doesn't understand, and I'm able to have confidence posting pictures of myself because like I'm confident in myself as a person. Basically, like I know I'm not conceited, or I know I'm not posting for like strictly attention, you know? Like I feel like this is such a hard thing to try to explain. Yeah, like I'm not posting for other people's approval. I'm posting because I think social media is so cool, how you can connect with like millions of people all over the world. You can inspire people. I've tried to gear my Instagram and everything more towards entrepreneurship and inspiration and everything, kind of just to like encourage people and only have it be like a positive place. I've never posted anything negative. Even if something negative happens in my life, I've tried to spin it in a positive way to like help other people, you know? So I feel like that was a super long-winded answer that might have not made any sense, but I don't know. I was thinking of doing like a whole little series type videos on like self-confidence and like dealing with mean girls and bullies and all that kind of stuff, because let me tell you, I have been through the worst of the worst. Literally starting in like elementary school all the way up till my adulthood life, I have dealt with it all. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in and seeing like some sort of series on more like advice geared type videos, comment down below and let me know, because I would be like really excited to do something like that, but I only want to do it if you guys like actually want to see it, you know? Okay, someone said best first date activities, places to go, things to do. Okay, this one might sound funny, but my boyfriend and I just went bowling and it was so fun. Like, I have been bowling since I was, I don't know, like 10, and it was literally like one of the funnest things we'd done in a long time. We weren't good at all. Definitely got better as it went on, but it was such a fun thing to do. I feel like doing things where you can kind of just like laugh at yourself, let loose, have a good time. Like, that's, I don't know, I think it's so fun. And also I think a girl would be like really impressed kind of if you did something different instead of like just going to a bar or going to a restaurant or like going to a movie where you're not going to talk to each other. Doing something that's like fun and different, I don't know, I feel like it'll make you like stand out, you know? You won't just like blend in with the rest of the guys or whatever. I don't know, I think that's a cool idea. Go bowling. If anyone takes a girl bowling, let me know if it worked out, because I'd be really interested because I think that would work. Okay, someone asked, how do you start a company? I don't think I could answer that in like a Q&A video, because it's very, that would be a very long answer, and it also depends on the type of company. I started a swimwear line, obviously you guys know that, but that would be very different than starting like, I don't know, a software company or something really completely different ends of the spectrum. So yeah, I don't know if I can fully answer that. I mean, if you want to know how I started my company, I don't know if I did a video on this. I might have done a video on this. If I did, I'll link it down below, but I don't think I did. But basically, I had no connections. No one in my family had ever done something like this before. I had no friends that did it. I literally knew no one who had ever started a company like this before. So I used Google. Seriously, guys, like, Google has a lot of answers. And when you don't know what to do, you just Google it. And you know, it worked out for me. I was able to figure out how to find a manufacturer and how to market and how to do all this stuff literally just by researching. So if you want to know how to start a company, I would just tell you to research as much as you can and talk to people. If you do know other people who have started a business or anything, try to talk to them, because that's the best way to learn. Okay, the next question is basically the same thing. How do you begin to be an entrepreneur? I guess you have to have an idea, obviously. Have an idea you're passionate about. Make sure you're wanting to be an entrepreneur for the right reasons. I think especially in today's society and like the younger generations, everyone kind of thinks it's like fast money, or it's your way like out of working a lot. And I'm gonna tell you, doing something entrepreneurial is way harder and way more time consuming than going to work a normal job. If you're looking for kind of an easy out, would not suggest becoming an entrepreneur. You have to have a lot of drive and, I don't know, just a lot of like perseverance, because it's not easy. You're not gonna make money in the first few years. Know that, so make sure you have another way to make money. Right now I'm making money from my social media and from modeling and everything. If I didn't have those, I definitely would not be able to be doing the whole entrepreneurial thing, because you have to invest in yourself and in the company and everything to get it off the ground. So unless you're able to do that, it's really hard. But if you have a dream, definitely go for it, because I don't know, I think being your own boss is an incredible thing, and I've loved it so far, and I don't know, I wish the same for you guys. Okay, similar type of question. Someone asked, what is your favorite and least favorite thing about being an entrepreneur? So favorite thing, yeah, like I'm my own boss, like I just said, that's amazing. I think also like watching the company grow from like the ground up and seeing like, I don't know, when really big things happen, it's so much cooler than like having a big thing happen at like a company that you're just working at, because it's like, it's all you. Like, it's not like someone else did that for you, or like, I don't know, you're, like all the credit goes to you, which is pretty cool. So I think there's a lot more reward in it being an entrepreneur. The least favorite thing would be the risk is a lot bigger. Like if I fail, that's all my money down the drain. Like I didn't have like my parents or anyone else like invest. Right now it's all my own money. So if I fail, yeah, that's not an option for me right now. Other least favorite things, let me think. Another thing is actually is really hard about being an entrepreneur is you are not in an office with a bunch of other people or like other people your age or something. Like I work from home. So if I'm working 5 days straight in my apartment by myself, that can be really isolating and very lonely. So that is one thing that I have to make sure like I'm actually giving myself a break and taking time to like go outside and get fresh air and I don't know, have other human interaction, because it is tough to be alone like every day obviously, but when you get so like consumed into the work and you don't want to stop, that makes it kind of tricky. You have to kind of like make sure you're balancing yourself out and like, I don't know, obviously you want to give it 110%, but there has to be a life balance. So that is one thing that's hard because obviously you're creating your own schedule. So yeah, I guess that's a good point. Someone asked, do you have any plans to do any men's beach swimwear? I've definitely thought about this because there's been like really positive reaction when I post about it and stuff on Instagram. A lot of you guys do want this. Definitely not in 2019, but I never say never, so that could very well come in the future. Someone said, why did you want to be an entrepreneur? That's a good question because I don't think I've talked about that yet. So basically both my parents are entrepreneurs. My mom owns a recruiting firm where she recruits for sales marketing roles in software companies, specifically in Boston. So if anyone's watching this and wants a job, let me know. I help her with recruiting sometimes. And then my dad owns a construction company where he builds like residential houses. So both my brother and I grew up like thinking that that was normal to start your own company. We never saw our parents go to like a typical 9 to 5. We never really saw them work for anyone else but themselves. So in our minds, that was normal. That was just like what you did. My brother actually started his own company as well, so we're like a little family of entrepreneurs, but to us that's just normal. I feel like I always grew up like knowing I was going to start my own company. I never really thought anything different, so honestly that's my answer. Like it was normal to me. This is an interesting question. Someone said, what idea came first, designing your own brand or wanting to start a business? I definitely say wanting to start a business. Specifically going off my last question, I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always knew I wanted to start something. I don't know, I could think the swimwear idea came when my social media like really started taking off. Basically I started working for all these other brands and promoting all these other companies, and I kind of had like a light bulb moment. I kind of had like a light bulb moment where I was just like, why am I promoting all these other brands when I could be promoting my own? And that's kind of when I like officially decided like, okay, I'm starting a company now, I'm doing it. And the swimwear came into play because I just honestly, I love the beach. I love being in a swimsuit. I love swimwear. It seemed like a really fun option. Obviously it's different than like designing clothes, and in my mind like I figured designing clothes would be a lot harder, and I don't know, I just envisioned swimwear being like easier in a way, I guess. It's not easy, let me tell you that, but I don't know, in my mind that was just like the right option for me. And I don't know, I think swimwear can kind of be like a controversial topic in a way that some people like don't feel as confident or whatever, and I wanted to create a brand that kind of really embodied confidence and body confidence and self-confidence and just all around confidence. And basically just create something that would make people feel good about themselves. Like the most like fulfilling thing is when I get DMs from girls saying like, I've never felt confident in a bikini, but I wore your suit today and felt the best I've ever had. Like literally that like makes me cry. It's so incredible to get messages like that, because to know that I've been able to like impact someone just from like a swimsuit, which sounds crazy, but like, I don't know, I think what women wear can really affect how they feel. So being able to design something that makes women feel really good about themselves is really rewarding, and I love that. Okay guys, so that was it for all the questions. Hopefully I answered your question, and hopefully it was a good answer. I don't know. We'll see when I edit this if I did a good job. And if you just stumbled on this video and didn't come here from my Instagram is Molly J. Curley. I'll have it linked down below. Definitely check it out, and please subscribe if you haven't already yet. I would love to keep making videos that you guys like, so definitely leave me a comment down below of what you want to see. Definitely, if you've watched this long and are still watching, good for you. That makes me really happy. But definitely let me know if that whole like little series idea I had is a good idea, and like what specifically you'd want to be included in it. I think it'd be really fun and interesting, so definitely let me know. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.